Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of So This Is Me Trying. What's a little bit special about this one is you can see me. What's up? My name is Dina Schools. I am the host of So This Is Me Trying, and this is our first official YouTube video. So in order to celebrate, I thought that we would pop some bubbly. So I'm a little disappointed because John told me that this doesn't pop. So I was like, whatever. Okay, cool, fine. So this is kind of special because this actually, I got this for my birthday from one of my friends, Katie. Shout out Katie, thank you. I'm finally opening it. Shows you what a raging alcoholic I really am. So yeah. So pop in the bubbly. Not only is this my first YouTube video, this is New Year's Eve. Woohoo! If you haven't figured out by the crown yet. So Happy New Year's, everybody. So let's get it started. We'll have a little bubbly and we're gonna chat. So yeah, so I don't know if anyone's listened to my 2020 recap. So yeah, obviously 2020 has been one hell of a ride. It's been a dumpster fire, as we say. So I'm gonna cheers you for making it to 2021. Give yourselves on the back, pat on the back, because this has been one fucked up year, and we've all had to go through it together. So and if you've made it through 2020 unscathed, well, then you can just move along because nobody wants to talk to you anyway, especially those, oh, 2020 wasn't really that bad. I mean, it wasn't that bad for me. I was actually okay. Like, fuck you. All right? Anyway, moving on. So cheers to making it to New Year's Eve. Hopefully 2021 is going to be a lot brighter. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's there. It's blinking. We'll get there. So on that note, yeah. So normally, you know, getting older, having kids, New Year's Eve isn't really too glamorous. This is probably the most excitement that we're going to have. I've decorated. Happy New Year. So yeah. So the new season of Sabrina has came out, so that's what I'm gonna be doing the rest of the evening, so that'll be fun, right? All right, so but yeah, it's different because I actually had to get dolled up. It's funny doing podcasts because nobody really cares about what you look like. I can be as Walmart as I want to, but today I actually had to be Target. So anyway, so I wanted to talk New Year's resolution. So going into 2021, I mean, everybody, new year, new me. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna finish writing my book. I'm gonna, I don't know, give away things. I'm gonna donate or give more of my time to my community. I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna be a better friend. I'm gonna work harder. I'm gonna whatever, right? Every year we have the, you know, skew of tweets and Instagram and Facebook. And what's funny is this year there wasn't much of that. I didn't see a lot of my friends talking about how this is going to be a new year, new me. To me, it's new year, same me, pretty much every year. So hopefully the new me still likes to eat tacos and watch the same episode of The Office every day. So cheers to that. But yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about like where New Year's came from, like where the whole idea of the New Year's resolution came from. We did a little bit of research. There wasn't too much, I guess. I mean, I guess there is, but there isn't, like, I don't know. But so the first New Year's resolution dates back over 4,000 years to the ancient Babylon. The Babylons were said to have started the tradition during can I phone a friend? What's the word? I don't know what you wrote. So anyway, so my husband, being the amazing man that he is, he helped write out some stuff for me just because I've been so crazy. I'm having trouble understanding his handwriting. So anyway, cheers. We're gonna have some more.
Oh, it's Akita.
Akita. So that's what we're looking for. That's the word.
Voiceover. Morgan Freeman voice. A new 12-day New Year's celebration. This new date honored Janus, a two-faced god who symbolically looked back into the previous year and forward into the new year.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard that or not, but yeah, so that's where it came from, that we decided we're going to be better people next year, so good luck with that. All right, moving on. So like I said, I didn't hear a lot of resolutions from family and friends. Normally you get like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna start working out, I'm gonna do keto every day, I'm gonna lose weight and everyone's gonna love me. But yeah, I didn't really hear too much of that this year. So probably because 2020 was a shit show, and me, and probably most of you, I'm not really feeling it. I mean, I'm just gonna take 2020 as it rolls. I'm not gonna have a bunch of high hopes. I'm gonna hope for the best, and that's pretty much where I'm at, because last year I was super optimistic and it kicked me in the ass. So this year I'm just kind of gonna roll with it and see what happens. But I mean, normally I can be kind of private about certain things. Like, obviously I am, still recovering from postpartum from having my baby last year. But he's, over a year old now, so it's time for me to not use that as an excuse. I used to work out pretty regularly. You would see me at the gym probably about 5 days a week, so I would like to get back into that kind of shape where I am going to the gym pretty much every day like I used to. I do have like an at-home workout area, so I need to really utilize my Christmas present from last year from my husband, which was a beautiful elliptical. So that's my personal resolution. Obviously, I want to write more. Been really trying to hone down on that. And then I started a YouTube channel. What? This is so weird. You can see me. I don't know how I feel about this. So yeah. But yeah, because I can be my own worst enemy, especially when it comes to the podcast, and I'll have all these ideas or all these writing ideas, or I'll start brainstorming, and it's really nice that I have a husband that can be equally as creative, because it'll just kind of be us sitting on the couch and we'll randomly come up with, just shooting the shit, and I'll be like, hey, what do you think about this? If I write a book about this, or write a story about that, or wouldn't this be a funny SNL sketch? So I'm, I need to get that out. I need to stop getting in my own way, because I feel like I have all of this goodness to offer, and I stand in my own way. I'm my own worst enemy. So I would like to get better with that. So maybe you guys can help hold me accountable. So yeah, so going into the YouTube channel, I mean, obviously I'm new to all of this. This is my first go of it. We'll see what happens. Maybe you'll like me, maybe you won't. Maybe you're like, oh my God, that's what she looks like. That's so weird. Why does she talk like that? I don't know. I mean, you leave yourself open to criticism. So it is what it is. But if you like me, please like and subscribe. As my husband likes to say, please smash that like button. I'm also hoping to help inspire my son. I do have a teenage son. I mean, don't look like it. But yeah, I do have a 14-year-old son, and I'm hoping him seeing Mama do something like this will help inspire him to maybe do it for himself. So, but yeah, those are my personal goals. If you want to share your New Year's resolutions with me privately, please do. I wanted to go on Twitter and see if I could find some, like if I just looked up the hashtag New Year's resolutions. I'm assuming that they probably would be a little bit different, you know, especially with everything going on in the world. But yeah, if you have any New Year's resolutions that you want to share with me, please do. You can hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube now. Yeah, so here we go. So I did want to kind of tip into it. Now, I did do a 2020 recap, so if you did or did not listen to that show, go check it out. So I didn't want to repeat anything, so like I said, if you know, I did like a whole rundown of things that you might have forgot about that have happened in 2020. I think the highlight for me on that was the Brad and Angelina, or not Brad and Angelina, the Brad and Jennifer reunion. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Brad and Angelina. I guess it's because that's his latter lady. But anyway, so at this point I know we're staring into 2020. We are ready to tell 2021, or excuse me, staring into 2021, wanting to tell 2020 to go fuck itself. So that's where we're at. And I keep wanting to say 2020 because it's been embedded into my head probably like most of all of you, where it's just like, that's all we say now. So I'm trying to remember to say 2021, and I even on when I listened back to my my last episode, I know I messed up. And Retraction 2, the Best are not from Australia, they are from New Zealand. They are my favorite band, and I don't know why I messed up. I think I was tired and I had Australia in my brain because I had been talking about it. So anyway, so here's some highlights. We did a little more digging just to kind of see what else good happened in 2020. So one of the good things that happened was Finland decided to give new dads time off with their newborns. So that's pretty cool. Not a lot of, I mean, I know now we're moving into more of countries. I know France, I think France was one of the ones that started it, but starting to really give dads like paternity time off, and not just be about the mom, because if any of you are parents and have had children, you know, like the first month of bringing a newborn baby home is a complete mind fuck. You don't know what day it is. Can't remember if you showered. You can't remember if you fucking ate. John and I camped out in our living room for a month. We didn't even sleep in our own bed. So it's really equally important for dads to be a part of a newborn baby's first couple of weeks, just as it is for moms. So I wish that here in the States we could get on board with things like that. Another cool thing that happened was Congo discharged its last Ebola patient. I know that doesn't really mean shit now with COVID, but it was kind of cool to think that, you know, that was a very catastrophic virus that was, you know, especially attacking that part of the world more severely than others. So it was kind of cool. It did take them a while, obviously a couple of years, because I think Ebola broke out in like 2015 or 16 or something like that. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. We definitely had more of obviously 2020 was the year of like a social unrest. But in the same breath, it was kind of nice to see more people stand up for, you know, civil rights. We had more people protest. We've had more people get involved and get active on, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement and the LGBT community, and just sticking up for people who had to go through so much injustice for so long. That was kind of the silver lining a little bit. Obviously, a lot of fucked up shit had to happen, but it is nice to see more people take a stand. Crayola unveiled their new crayon colors, which were the skin tone colors, which again, what a beautiful thing for Crayola to finally do, especially for children who wear all different shades of every color. So it was kind of cool for Crayola to finally come out with a color shade palette for their crayons for the kids. Let's see. There's a couple different things that we wrote down here. Oh, animal shelters were at their lowest this year. Especially with the pandemic, a lot of people being at home, they had more time in their hands. So all those sweet little babies that, needed a mommy or daddy were able to get home. So that's really cool. That's a highlight of 2020. Polio, right? What had been fully eradicated this year. In Africa. So that's another really good thing. Carbon emissions dropped about 7% since 2019. And the 2020 election saw the highest turnout in voter history. Voters. That's the highest it's been in 120 years. So, we're doing our part. I guess that is the silver lining of everything that happened, is that, some good things came from it. Maybe it'll give a chance for our world to heal a little bit, whether if you believe in climate change or you don't. But yeah, so those were some of the highlight reels that we picked out for 2020. Obviously, if there's any that I've missed that you would like to comment below about, please do. Please feel free to share them. If you've had any personal 2020 highlights, I would love to hear from you. Some of my personal 2020 highlights this week. I'm starting the podcast, and now I'm doing the YouTube channel. Our baby turned a year old this year. 2020 was rough, but there was some good stuff there for sure. Moving on, so one of the segments that I'm starting, not only with the podcast but with the YouTube channel as well, is called So This Is Me Trying. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen it up there. A lot of you guys gave me some feedback, which I was really awesome and grateful for. If you have any more ideas, please feel free to share them with me, because I'm going to need them. So on the very first Thirsty Thursday, New Year's Eve edition, we are going to be doing So This Is Me Trying Whiskey Sour. Now I've made this a few times already, enough that hopefully I don't embarrass myself. I am probably going to need some assistance from my husband. So whiskey sour. What is a whiskey sour, you're asking? So whiskey sour is bourbon. It's fresh lemon juice, simple sugar, and egg whites. Now, the egg whites weren't always introduced to the drink. The drink first appeared in 1869 in Jerry Thomas's How to Mix Drinks. The egg white came later. It's also known with the egg white as a Boston sour. If you're in the northern area, the northern states, you might know it as a Boston sour instead of a whiskey sour, but whatever. So whiskey sour, in my opinion, is all around the best whiskey cocktail. Have made old fashions too, but if I'm gonna do whiskey, I prefer to do whiskey sours. Like I said, I've made them a few times now, and believe it or not, they're not only are they surprisingly easy to make, they're also pretty nutritious. It might, you're getting extra nutrition from the egg whites, obviously fresh lemon juice. So, and I like to put, you put cherry and oranges in them, and it's just really refreshing, and I don't feel terrible drinking them. So anyway, like I said, traditionally they're made with simple syrup. If you do not want to do simple syrup, you can use the pure cane sugar instead. If you don't want to do the egg white, it's perfectly fine. You can have it without the egg white. I just prefer it that way, just because it's frothier and creamier, and I just like it. So, and a lot of my resources, the recipe that I'm using is from Kitchen Swagger. So go check them out. I have tried 2 of their drinks already, their mixed drinks, and I like their recipe. So if you are looking for this, you can find it on Kitchen Swagger. Obviously it's on Pinterest. That's where I'm getting a lot of these Thirsty Thursday drinks from. So if you have any drinks that you want me to try, please, again, send them to me, comment below, DM me, like I said, Twitter, Instagram, your girl's there. All right, so the recipe for the whiskey sour is 2 ounces of bourbon, 3/4 ounces of fresh lemon juice, like an ounce of simple syrup, maybe a little bit less, depending. I don't want it super sweet. The lemon juice kind of makes it, I don't know. It just, I don't like super sweet drinks. So, but 1 egg white and cherry and oranges for garnish. So, the recipe that I get from Kitchen Swagger is they tell you to, and this is my bar of Dina. Ooh. So shout out Anne from Y Whiskey, but this is my little tiny thing, if you can see it behind the chair. Anyway, so they tell you, so to do the, I couldn't open this before, so I'm really stoked that I was able to do that. So 1 egg, you're gonna get your mixer. So obviously you're just doing the egg white. Just be very delicate. It's like a delicate little flour that you're just gonna scoop the egg white out. So the best way to do this is like so. So you're just gonna scoop the egg, if you can see. Just kind of scooping the egg in there. Got it. And you pass it to your husband. And he hands you a napkin. Thank you. You're doing a marvelous job. So we're gonna put this bad boy on. I don't want to do it too much because I did have trouble getting it done before. So put it in your shaker and you're gonna shake, shake, shake. Shake it as hard as you can. And if you need to phone a friend, help a friend, have a husband, I think I got it. I think I'm doing okay. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. It's funny because like the directions, like, you know, you gotta shake it. Like, don't be afraid to shake the egg. So don't be afraid. I think we're good. Husband thinks we're good. Okay. So they tell you to, I don't know the technical term of that. Dry shake is what I think they tell you to do. So at that point, you're going to add some ice. Yes. So we're gonna add some ice. Whoopsie. Happy New Year's, everybody. I won't be watching the ball drop. I will be watching Sabrina. We're having a little bit of difficulty with with the cocktail shaker. Oh man, okay. So we got a cocktail shaker open. So we're gonna add some ice. I like adding a couple cubes of ice, probably like 3 or 4, it's good. So then we're gonna do the lemon juice. So it's 3/4. So I've pre-cut up and de-seeded my lemons. And when I say de-seeded, I cut them out. So, because there's nothing worse than like doing this and seeds come out. There's always a chance that there's going to be more seeds that are buried deep inside of their souls. So yeah, don't be afraid to get your hands sticky. I think about one lemon if you're squeezing it, but I might need 2 now that I think about it. So it's 2 lemons, not 1. Don't be like me. I have 2 lemons. I just have to like cut it up, so it is what it is. But it's supposed to be 3/4 ounce, so you might need maybe 3 lemons if you're trying to get to 3/4.
That's it. It's 3/4 ounce.
3/4 of an ounce.
That's
that was
perfect.
3/4 of a cup.
No, that's a lot.
We're messing up here. What do I know? 3/4 of an ounce. So it's just 1 lemon, guys. We did it. We got it. Don't listen to her. She has no fucking clue what she's talking about. She's a goddamn idiot. Cheers. All right. So we did that. We did it. So we're gonna use some simple syrup. You can get this at Kroger. Sorry guys, this is amateur hour. But yeah, it's only like $3 or so. What is it that I need?
3/4 of an ounce of.
You said 3/4 of an ounce.
3/3 of an ounce of 2/3 of an ounce of simple
Well, this
syrup.
is an ounce, right? This top one.
It's okay.
This is what these are for. So if you have one of these like little things, I've done like half of this side, whatever that means. I'm not a bartender. I'm pretty sure my cousin is going to like cringe because he is a bartender. Actually, I think 2 of my cousins are bartenders. They're gonna, I'm sure I'm gonna get some notes. Okay, guys? All right, so we do that. We've got our egg white already in here. And then, yeah, the most important component would be our bourbon, which I almost forgot about. So it's 2 ounces of bourbon. So this was John's Christmas gift that I bought him. Because I'm an awesome wife. So this is
2 ounces.
2 ounces right here. This bad boy. You might want to put it down. Don't pour holding it up. That's a terrible idea. Again, she's an idiot. So all you need is one of these, probably about a shot in retrospect. So yeah. So you're gonna pour that in. Sweet, sweet whiskey. I like my drinks to not taste like whiskey. So, that's just me. So, if you don't want your drinks to taste like whiskey, then I suggest go whiskey sour for you, because they're pretty delightful. Do you need the cap? Did we lose it?
We lost it. It's okay.
It's over here somewhere. We lost the cap. So yeah. So good thing this is like, you know, this is our first YouTube video. We'll work out the kinks later, but you guys are along for the ride for this one. So we're shaking it up. We're doing our thing. In the meantime, what the hell?
It's made in China.
This is some bullshit.
2020.
2020 in a nutshell. All right. So we got that. We're going to grab our cup. Again, we've got these little whiskey cups. So some ice cubes in. Like I said, I like my drinks cold. And this is definitely a drink that, you know, you shake it cold, you pour it over ice type of deal. So got our little pretty New Year's things here. So I do a orange. You can do a cherry for a little garnish. I like to put that in. So now we're gonna pour. Yeah. So it's not as frothy as it normally is. See, no, there's the egg white. So it's just taking a little bit for the egg white to come out. I don't know if you can see me. Of course, this one's going to be difficult. Normally when I make it, so I'm following the directions from Kitchen Swagger. The last few times, because you all know me, I am an idiot. And I did not follow directions a few times before. So I added everything in together with the egg white, and I did not have this problem. So I think I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. Keep doing you do. Keep doing you do. Because this is retarded. So anyway, sorry. Anyway, we did it. So this is what it's supposed to look like. So it's pretty. Got our little garnish. If you wanted to add another little something on the side you could if you're feeling like a real fancy bitch. You can add this if you like, but yeah, so this is a whiskey sour, y'all. See if it tastes okay. It's pretty damn good. I don't want to admit it on camera, but this actually might be the best one I've ever done. It's pretty delightful. So yeah, y'all. Fuck 2020. Going into 2021. So yeah, that is where we're at. So this was again whiskey sour. This is me trying whiskey sour. I'm gonna post and link the recipe in the comment section, and I'll also add it with the podcast and everything else. But yeah, so here we are, ringing in the new year. I want to thank you guys all so much for being so supportive. I am super grateful for the podcast family that I have been so lovingly welcomed into. I know I'm still a newbie. I know some of you know me, don't know me, or just starting to know me. But I am so grateful for all of you. If you are a new podcaster, please come say hello to me. I'm still figuring this all out. But if you need any tips or advice, please feel free to message me. I'm hoping in the next few weeks we're going to have some more collabs. One of the upcoming episodes is going to be, so this is me trying whiskey with Anne from Why Whiskey. I'm also going to be doing some collabs with my girls, Things I Hated and You Should Have Ghosted, and Taboos. So all of those wonderful podcasters that I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of and I get to be friends with. So hashtag Modern Family, y'all. But yeah, so this is me trying. This is it. This is it. This is all of that is. So this is me trying. Happy New Year, you guys. I hope this year is better than the last. That's all I can say. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Please leave any comments for me. Give me more ideas. And I'll see you all in the new year. Mwah! Love you guys.